You want to see it tomorrow,
Overnight.
man.
But it doesn't work like that in the real
Tonight.
world, Mr. Bell. All right, guys. So we all
can't
have
wait.
hobbies, those passion projects that we do because we love them, not just for fun. But how can we cash in on our hobbies and turn them into a side hustle, or who knows, maybe our main source of income? We've got financial advisor with Sagicor, Richard Samuels, here with the tips that some of us might need this morning. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's good to have you.
It's good to
Always
be
love to
here.
see a man smartly dressed with a belt that matches shoes. It is like a oh. But that has nothing to do with the interview. So Rich, you are a man who has always had a passion for people,
Yes.
which has led you into the fields that you've been in. So take us on the journey thus far from HR to where you are now.
All right. So the journey actually started before EHR. I came into Sagicor in 2013. I was working in the records management. You know, when I started out, they said that my fellow colleagues in the department say, you know, this is what you're doing, brethren. You have to dress like what you do. I always dress smartly, you know. And so we were working with the bank. So the bank was new at the time, you know, just started the bank. So some mornings, you know, the supervisor would ask us to help out with the stocking of the stuff for the bank. But I still always dress sharply, you know. Then an opportunity came up where they needed somebody on the front line in investment. And I went down there and, you know, all the gentlemen in the department, they would shy away from being on the front line. But, you know, I stepped up to it, I did it, and I was doing well. Then they called me up to HR for an interview. And being in HR, I've learned a lot. You know, it really is bringing the people to the core, you know, understanding people. That was really my aim, you know. So helping people in HR has been my drive, you know. Seeing persons say that, you know, Richard, I really respect what you do for me, you know, you go above and beyond. You know, I used to wake up with problems that people would have, you know, brought to me while I was in HR on my mind. So it was all about people, the passion for serving people.
And how did you make that step now from HR into financial advisor, and what's the link there?
All right, so in HR, I was dealing with the financial advisor, so I was dealing with their requests, I was dealing with their files and things like that, you know. And one day, a friend of mine said to me that, Richard, you know, you love people, you have a passion for people, and you always seem to be going above and beyond. Why don't you come over, you know, into the sales side of things? And because you seem like somebody who can make it. And, you know, I was considering it for some time. And then I decided that, being that my son is on the way at the time, I just make the move and just do it because, you know, it was a need.
Okay, gotcha.
We started by saying making your hobbies or turning your hobbies into money making, and we have some headlines here, some tips. Focus on something you love is where we start.
Yeah. So you really have to focus on what you love. And I must say that not all hobbies can become a business. Some hobby you just have to keep it as an hobby. Because, I mean, there are 7 or 6, there are really 10 things that I looked at before I decided that if I could really become a financial advisor. I will try and summarize them for you. I mean, the first one is that you have to be able to motivate yourself. Because if you can't self-motivate, it's best you keep your hobby. Because most of the time, stepping out or launching into your own business, it's going to mean that you're going to tread a lonely path. It means that you're going to be the only one in your corner sometimes. So
You have to work when you don't feel like working.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be able to motivate yourself, being able to get up 4 o'clock every morning, or, you know, start the day on a high, even when you don't feel like you want to.
Well, I know, Richard,
What am I talking to?
I get up 3 o'clock every morning and I still broke.
Four.
I get up 3 o'clock every morning and I still broke.
Gosh.
The next
Big-
one will be
yeah.
saving. You know, if you're going to transition from making an hobby to a business, you must be able to save,
Discipline
because
with
you're going
money.
to need the money to save. The other one would be find a mentor, find somebody who has been in the business, or somebody who is working, who is an entrepreneur. I don't mean somebody who have 20-year experience, who was successful back then. I mean, find somebody who have the drive now, who is knocking it hard. After that, I would say probably put yourself on spot each day. Go for the targets. Set some, think big, and go for it.
Goals.
Yeah, and prepare yourself to work for at least 80 hours per week.
Okay,
because
great. Sounds fun.
Stepping out as a financial advisor or as a business person, a lot of person might think, if I turn my hobby into a business, I'll have the time and the freedom to do what I want. But it's completely opposite.
Yeah.
Because if you decide that you're going to leave out 11, 12 o'clock because you run your own thing, you might not make any money. You're going to have to be disciplined, knowing that you're going to have to put way more time and effort into the business than your hobby. So that transition, you have to prepare yourself for those things.
So next that we started with focusing on something you love. You talked about being creative, or that's one box that you'd have to check, is trying to be creative. Don't force it, don't underestimate your ability. Let's talk about marketing oneself, which is very important in this day and age. How do you put yourself out there without incurring those huge costs of advertising and all the rest of it? What are some ways that people can make that impact without breaking the bank?
Well, in this century, we have so many platforms that we can use. Social media is the #1 platform. I mean, no broadcasting and media, they're going to have, this is going to be their biggest challenge, keeping up with social media, because now you can just go live instead of call a TV station. So, being an entrepreneur, if you're going to launch yourself out there and create that image, it means that you're going to be, you need to use these platforms and use them effectively. LinkedIn, Instagram maybe. I don't really use that for my platform, but Facebook and LinkedIn are two of the main ones. Twitter, those things. You have to be able to use those effectively. Okay. The way you carry yourself also, because you carry your own brand and your name, the stamp that you put on it. When you're going to become an entrepreneur, it means you have to clean up. So if you used to have a profile with a rum bottle in your hand, or so you're going to need to clean that up, because not everybody wants to see that kind of thing. And it really depends on the business that you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Virgin, and good luck as you move on.
Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot.
You.
Financial advisor with Sagicor, Richard Samuels.
All right, so you got the tips. Next, we give you the story. We will see how this man turned his passion to profit right after this.
TV, give him a choice to something big.